The lawsuits against Travis Scott are piling up after his deadly Houston concert, which killed 8 people and injured dozens more. Witnesses say fans pleaded and yelled at Scott to stop the concert as first responders were trying to take care of people, yell at them, yet he ignored them. Joining us is an attorney for one of the victims in the Travis Scott Astroworld tragedy, Thomas Henry. Thank you, Attorney Henry. Appreciate it. So if I can, let me get my control room. When you answer this question, I want to show our folks some video from that Astroworld concert where Travis Scott is standing on a pole. He's overlooking a crowd. They're clearly attending to someone who's in dire medical situation, being dragged out, carried out. So, Mr. Henry, tell us about what you think the culpability of a performer is if he sees something like this going on.
I think the culpability of Travis Scott, Live Nation, the performers that got on that stage with Travis Scott, that would be Drake, had a complete disregard for those individuals' safety and for their lives. You know, they've said, hey, we couldn't see what was going on. We've seen all the video, and you can see Travis Scott is higher. And we still don't know how high he was, but he was so high that he could see that crowd, and he had the best view of anybody in that group. So, you know, these event organizers, Travis Scott, they all knew what was going on, and they failed to stop that concert. I saw earlier in your show, other musicians rightfully stopped concerts. They warned people to proceed safely. And here we never saw that. And that's extremely uncaring. And you would hope that in this day and age, people that are performers would show a lot more compassion for people when they're dying and being severely injured.
Mr. Henry, I agree with you. Here's my issue, though. It feels like here's the way it's going to come down. You're going to find some negligence. You're going to find some lawsuit with, like you said, Live Nation, if they were the promoter, likely maybe some other security venue, people who are charged with keeping the place under control, the crowd control, et cetera. I just don't, as a human being, look, it's inhuman not to stop your concert. I'm not sure it's illegal, though. I just don't know that we're going to be putting the onus on a performer to know what's going on in the stands. That's a tough leap for me. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think that's a tough leap. You're talking about people that are regularly up in front of thousands and thousands of people. They're used to it. They're professionals. And for them to be able to say, listen, I'm performing and I can't perceive what's going on, that's ridiculous. You know, this is not the first time for these people to be on stage. And so I think that whether it's the performer or the event organizers or the actual arenas, they've got a duty and obligation to step up and stop this dangerous conduct.
All right, so very quickly, there was a concert, I believe, in Denmark or Sweden. It was a Pearl Jam concert, and I think 9 people lost their lives. That because of a crush towards the stage. And I think back of the Rolling Stones in Altamont Speedway in California, Hell's Angels hired a security, got in a fight with someone, killed them. Were either of those bands held accountable for those deaths?
Yeah, there's a history of lawsuits happening when you have people die at concerts, because, you know, it is very foreseeable that you're going to have crowd surges. It's foreseeable that you're going to have crowd control issues. And that's why you have crowd management. That's why you have great security. All of these organizations know that. They know the history of it. And yet, like we see here today, they continue to not have the proper crowd control, proper security. And in this case, I think maybe they should have never hired Travis Scott. Well, he had a history.
We're going to have to leave it there, sir, because we ran out of time, but it's something that will be in the news, and we'll bring you back to further discuss it as it goes. Thank you, Thomas Henry.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.